Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Crafting a Business. This is season three. It's been a little while, hey? And I wanted to come back and relaunch this podcast series because I have so much more to say. So, if you've been here from the very, very beginning, you'll remember season one was really about discovering creativity and interviewing a whole lot of crafters in the niche and following this journey of OTSS growing with a little bit of side hustle information in there and looking into the great big world of creativity and crafting. And that felt like it was right at the time because I was knee deep in OTSS and growing it, right? We talked about everything from products to packaging and sourcing and market stalls and all of that. And then season two, I grew, right? I grew out of that because OTSS is still going strong. We've still got a big community of crafters. But OTSS was a springboard for me to lean back into my marketing self, right? So for those who don't know, some people only know me as a crafter, but some people only know me as a marketer. I'm both. Season two was really about leaning into that because OTSS allowed me to become an advisor where I merge both my worlds, my marketing world, my crafting world, my e-commerce world, all of the above, right? So season two was really about opening up to clients that I had met that I wanted to feature their stories. And I found myself across talking to so many different founders from like mortgage brokers to health professionals, community organizations, and so much. OTSS also took me to China twice during season two, and I remember sitting in a Starbucks lost, and the podcast was an outlet for me there, right? But like, bottom line is, across everything, the same questions are being asked, right? So the same questions for any business that I interview, or even when I'm looking at OTSS, businesses looked completely different on the outside, but asking the same questions underneath it all, right? Questions about like, how do I do this? And how do I grow this? Who am I in business? And all of the above. And all of those conversations were too good not to share, which is why I wanted to start season three. So this season feels even more different. Since I've launched season two, I actually was on another podcast called the People in Business Podcast, which I used all the skills that I had grown to launch this other podcast for the organization that I was working at. I did a stint as their CMO, their Chief Marketing Officer, and that not-for-profit really helped me to tune in to my business skills, and that not-for-profit also supported other businesses, right? So I was really at the cross-section of all of that. So not only was I the CMO there, I launched the Collab Code, which is my own marketing agency now, and I am now a freelance fractional CMO, so working across many different businesses and growing their marketing, but using all the skills that I had gained through my corporate experience, but also through OTSS, and also continued to grow OTSS, right? So Craft Club is still there, and I think we're in our third year, something like that. I can't believe that some people have been getting a box from us every single month since the beginning, which is insanity to me. We've launched multiple subscriptions since then. So we now have OTSS Circle. Also, we have an Ambassadors Club, which is another subscription. It's crazy. We've sold so many different surprise bags and supported so many charities. And anyway, what a journey. What a wild ride it's been, but it's been amazing, which is why I wanted to launch season three. Now, season three is going to be about deep diving into marketing, AI, e-commerce, all of the above, but really sharing the stories of the people that I've met along the way. Now, the reason why I mentioned AI specifically is because AI is changing everything. Now, I don't want this to be a complete AI podcast, but I found myself speaking on the intersection between marketing and AI and content and humanizing voices, all this fascinating technology that's changing. So, but it's still at the crux of it all, still with that creativity lens and sharing the journey and the community that all started with OTSS. So I hope you hang around, is what I'm saying. But I really do appreciate everybody that is subscribed and everybody that listens, even if it's only for 5 minutes to catch up on what's happening. But ultimately, the human element and the community focus and the stories that evolve from all of that is why I do what I do. So yes, Welcome to season three. I'm super excited about having you here. We're going to kick off, actually, in true me fashion. I haven't decided which episode is going to be episode two, but drop me a message if there's a business owner or somebody that you think would be really good to share their story on here. I'd love to amplify them. So thanks so much for listening and following on this journey. Super grateful to have you here, and hopefully you enjoy the next phase of this podcast. Bye.